I was sitting in my car outside Tyler's house at 6 a.m. Not because I'm crazy. Because a man who spent months telling me I was the most alive he'd ever felt had just handed my husband a folder of evidence. And I needed answers.
I already told your husband everything. The hotel meetings, what we talked about, all of it. You deserve to know the truth.
That's the man I thought understood me. That's the man I traded my marriage for. Chapter 1. The Marriage. I'm Nicole, 33 years old, married to Marcus for 7 years. And I want to be clear, before anyone starts judging, Marcus was not an easy man to be married to.
Where were you this afternoon?
I went for a walk.
For 3 hours?
I lost track of time.
Your phone was off.
My battery died.
Nicole.
Marcus, I am not a child. I don't owe you a minute-by-minute account of my day.
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking why you seem to disappear for hours at a time and come home distracted and distant.
Because you suffocate me. Because every time I walk in the door, you're analyzing me like I'm a case file. Can't you just say hi and leave it at that? He went quiet. Like he always did when I pushed hard enough. That was his problem. He went quiet instead of actually being present with me. 2 years earlier, I'd stopped feeling wanted in my own marriage. Marcus was intense in all the wrong ways. Obsessive about schedules, routines, knowing where I was, and completely absent in the ways that actually mattered.
You seem unhappy.
I am unhappy.
What can I do?
You can stop treating me like a suspect and start treating me like your wife.
I treat you like my wife every single day.
You treat me like a responsibility. That's different. He didn't understand what I meant. He never did. Chapter 2. Tyler. Tyler understood. We met through a mutual friend 18 months ago. He was warm, attentive, the kind of man who actually listened when you talked instead of waiting for his turn to speak.
You seem like someone who's been carrying something heavy for a long time.
Is it that obvious?
Just to people who pay attention, which apparently your husband doesn't.
That's not fair.
Isn't it?
I didn't answer. Because he was right. We started meeting for coffee, then lunch, then longer afternoons that stretched into evenings I'd explain away as shopping or time with friends. Tyler told me his marriage was over in everything but name.
Claire and I haven't really been together in 2 years. We're roommates who co-parent. That's it.
That sounds lonely.
It is. But you understand that. I can see it.
Marcus and I...
You don't have to explain. I can feel it when you talk about him.
아빠 혼자
That
안다 그러면?
distance. That resignation. You deserve someone who actually sees you, Nicole. Not someone who monitors you.
I believed every word. I wanted to believe every word. And then there were the other things he said. Things about wanting to build something real. About being done with his marriage. About how what we had was worth fighting for.
I've never felt like this with anyone. Not even early on with Claire.
Tyler,
I mean it. You make me feel alive in ways I forgot were possible.
I was 47 texts and 6 hotel meetings in before I asked myself whether any of it was true. Chapter 3. The Morning. Marcus found the first deleted text 4 months in. He didn't confront me immediately. That was the thing about Marcus. He gathered information before he moved. I told him Tyler was just a friend, that the text was nothing, that his paranoia was exactly the problem I'd been trying to tell him about.
I'm not paranoid. I'm reading what's in front of me.
You're reading your own insecurities into innocent messages.
The message said last Tuesday was everything.
We had a really good conversation.
In a hotel?
Silence.
I want you to cut contact with him.
Fine.
I mean it, Nicole.
I said fine, Marcus. Drop it. I said fine. But I kept seeing Tyler 47 more times over the next 3 months. I just got better at deleting things. Until the morning I drove to Tyler's house and everything fell apart. Autumn, Claire, had already left with the kids. Tyler appeared at the front door, saw me, and froze.
Nicole, what are you doing here?
We need to talk about us, about what comes next.
There is no us. I told you that yesterday.
You told me a lot of things over the past few months. About leaving Claire, about what we have being worth fighting for. Were those all lies? He grabbed my arm and pulled me toward the side of the house.
Keep your voice down. Your husband called me yesterday. He knows everything. The texts, the meetings, all of it. He's going to tell Claire if I don't end things completely.
He what?
I already told him everything, Nicole. The hotel meetings, what we talked about, all of it. He deserved to know.
The ground shifted under my feet. You told him.
I'm protecting my family.
You're protecting yourself.
Jenna, Nicole, we were having an affair. We weren't building anything. We were making a mess.
Don't you dare minimize.
I got carried away. We both did. But it's over.
What about when you said you loved me? What about getting our own place?
I got carried away. I'm sorry.
He was already walking away, toward the bus stop, without looking back. Chapter 4, The Session. When I pulled into our driveway, Marcus was making pancakes, like it was any other morning.
How was your morning jog?
Fine.
Good. We have couples therapy at noon. I'm looking forward to it.
Something in his tone made my stomach clench. I helped get Emma and Jake ready for school, made small talk about the weekend, pretended my world wasn't collapsing. But I could feel Marcus watching me, studying every reaction. When we arrived at Dr. Sarah's office, I expected our usual session. Communication exercises, rebuilding trust. Instead, the moment we sat down, Marcus opened his folder.
I had an interesting conversation yesterday.
Ricky, Marcus, perhaps we should start with...
I talked to Tyler. He told me everything.
I tried to keep my voice steady. I don't know what you think you know.
March 15th, Hampton Inn, room 237. March 22nd, coffee downtown, then back to his car for an hour. April 3rd, you told me you were having lunch with your sister, but your phone was pinging towers near his office building.
He pulled out another set of papers. Our phone bill, Tyler's number highlighted in yellow. Dozens of calls.
You've spoken to him 47 times since you promised me you'd cut contact. 47 times you looked me in the eye and lied.
Marcus, I think we should focus on how both of you are feeling.
I'm not done.
He reached into his jacket. I knew what was coming before he put them on the table. Divorce papers.
I gave you a chance to come clean, to actually work on this. You chose to keep lying to my face while sneaking around behind my back. I'm done.
Ricky, Marcus, please, we can work through this.
No, we can't.
What about Emma and Jake? What about our family?
They'll be fine. Better than fine, actually. Once they don't have to watch their parents pretend anymore.
He stood up and walked out of the session. Chapter 5, My Parents. I drove straight to my parents' house. I needed allies. My mother, Linda, opened the door before I even knocked.
Nicole, what happened? You look terrible.
Marcus filed for divorce. I need you to understand what's been going on.
Come inside.
I told them everything. How lonely I'd been. How Marcus's obsessive monitoring made me feel like a prisoner.
자, 앞에 보고.
How Tyler made me feel seen and valued for the first time in years. My father, Robert, listened without
이쪽으로
speaking.
오세요. 아빠 쪽으로.
My mother's face went through several expressions I didn't like.
You've been having an affair
It's more complicated than that.
while you were in couples therapy.
Marcus made me feel invisible. He never...
Nicole,
My father's voice was quiet.
you continued seeing this man after your husband found out and asked you to stop?
I needed time to figure out what I wanted.
While lying to Marcus every day.
You don't understand what it's like to feel suffocated in your own marriage. To have a husband who never once made you feel desired. Who treated intimacy like a chore. Same routine, same motions, never once asking what I actually needed.
Nicole,
I'm serious, Mom. Years. Years of feeling like I was invisible in my own bedroom. Marcus never once, not once in the last 2 years, made me feel like he actually wanted me. Tyler made me feel
좋겠다. 무슨 맛?
alive. Tyler made me feel like a woman instead of a piece of furniture.
맛있겠다.
My mother looked at my father.
몇 개 먹었어?
That still doesn't justify.
The doorbell
안
rang.
먹었어? 왜 안
My
먹었어?
stomach dropped before my father
빵만
even
먹었어?
opened the door.
나 잘했어,
Marcus.
루이야.
Standing
빵
on
누가
the porch,
사줄게?
looking calm,
I hope you don't mind me stopping by. I wanted to talk to you about what's happening with Nicole and me.
of course. Come in.
and I watched my own parents welcome my husband into their living room like he was their son. Chapter 6. The Living Room. What followed was the most humiliating hour of my life. Marcus sat across from my parents and explained his version. Calmly, clearly, without raising his voice once.
I want you to know I don't blame Nicole entirely. Marriage problems are usually both people's responsibility.
That's very generous of you.
But the lying. 47 phone calls after promising me she'd stopped, continuing to see him while sitting across from me in therapy. That I can't get past.
We're so sorry this happened to you. My mother actually reached over and squeezed his hand. You're handling this with such grace.
I wanted to scream.
I also want you to know I won't badmouth Nicole to our friends or around town. The kids don't need to grow up hearing negative things about their mother.
You're a good man, Marcus.
I'm just trying to do right by Emma and Jake. They need their mother, even if she and I can't be married anymore.
After he left, my parents turned to me.
He's a good man, Nicole. I hope you realize what you're giving up.
He filed for divorce
Because you had an affair.
because he made me feel like nothing for 2 years. Because I was dying inside and I needed...
You needed to talk to your husband. Or a therapist. Not another married man.
I left. There was nothing left to say. Chapter 7. Claire. The worst moment came 3 weeks later. Grocery store. Cereal aisle. Claire.
You have some nerve showing your face in this town.
Autumn. Claire. I don't want any trouble.
You should have thought about that before you destroyed 2 families.
I didn't destroy anything. Tyler was just as involved.
Tyler showed me everything. How you pursued him, how you wouldn't take no for an answer, how you threatened to tell me about your friendship if he didn't meet you alone.
That is not what happened.
He showed me the texts, Nicole. I saw how you used your problems to manipulate him into feeling sorry for you.
Your husband told me he loved me. He told me he was going to leave you. He suggested the hotels.
My husband is home with our children right now, working on our marriage, while you're standing in a grocery store trying to rewrite history.
She walked away. The whole aisle was watching. I stood there until I couldn't feel my legs. Chapter 8. After. 8 months later. Cramped apartment I can barely afford. Limited custody. Every other weekend and one evening a week. Most of our mutual friends sided with Marcus because he handled everything so maturely. Tyler and Claire renewed their vows on their 10th anniversary. Photos all over social media. Happy, in love, surrounded by people celebrating their commitment. Marcus's posts showed up in my feed occasionally. Kids at soccer games, school events, the house freshly painted, new landscaping. He looked genuinely happy. The kids looked happy too.
They'll be fine. Better than fine, actually. Once they don't have to watch their parents pretend anymore.
He was right.
안 가? 아빠
That
혼자
was the
간다,
part I
그러면?
couldn't say out loud. Emma asked me during a supervised visit at the park.
When are you coming home, Mommy?
I'm not sure yet, baby.
Are you and Daddy getting divorced like Tommy's parents?
We're just taking a break from living in the same house. I watched her face try to understand that. And I thought about what I'd traded. A man who, for all his intensity, all his monitoring, all his need to know where I was, genuinely loved me and our children. For a fantasy that was never real. Tyler didn't love me. He loved the version of me that existed when nothing was at stake. The divorced woman who needed real support. He was back with his wife before I'd finished moving out. I'm not a monster. I'm a woman who wanted to feel alive, who wanted to be seen and desired and valued. I just looked for it in the wrong place. And in doing so, I lost the one person who was actually there every single day, even if I couldn't see it at the time. That's where this story ends. Thank you for listening. If this one stayed with you, subscribe, leave a like, and turn on notifications. See you in the next one.